What's up guys, welcome to another episode here in our channel, and today we'll be reviewing Major Bludd.
Now we'll clear out the Joe team and claim what is rightfully ours!
From the G.I. Joe Classified series by Hasbro. Now before we begin, I just want to say a huge thank you to Matt's Box Toy Store for giving me the opportunity to own such an amazing figure, and a very elusive one in that case. Matt's Box Toy Store is a one-stop shop for McFarlane figures, Nendoroids, Gundam kits, SH figure arts, and a whole lot more. Do check them out online on Facebook and Instagram, and their website at matsboxph.com. So these Cobra Island figures, they're really hard to acquire here in our country. And if ever they do reach our shores, they are only sold in small quantities and sometimes double the price, just like what happened the last time with Beachhead. In any case, I consider myself lucky that I was able to reserve my own copy of Major Bludd, as I am already expecting that this guy will be much more difficult to find in the coming days. Alright, so moving on, to those of you who are not familiar with the character, Major Bludd is a mercenary working for Cobra. He came from Australia, and prior to becoming a mercenary himself, he was also trained by the Australian Special Air Service. Now, this guy is actually wanted on 3 continents.
Okay.
For numerous war crimes and several acts of terrorism. That's definitely some high criminal profile shit right there. Major Bludd is highly tactical and very proficient with NATO and Warsaw Pact small arms. He qualifies as a sharpshooter and is very adept with plastic explosives, sniper rifles, blunt instruments. You seriously do not want to get on the bad side of this mother. Alright, so that's Major Bludd in a nutshell. Now let's move on to the packaging of this figure. The first thing you'd actually notice is that amazing artwork at the bottom and another profile on the side. An aerial view of Cobra Island. And this right here, well, from what I've heard, you need to go to the Classified Series website to find out what these symbols stand for. So, what do you say we break this guy open from this cardboard prison, huh?
Yeah, boy.
And there he is. The Major himself. Now let's take a look at this guy up close and personal. And that is simply an amazing head sculpt right there.
Oh my god! Wow!
Good job on this one, Hasbro. And those dog tags. Man, that's saying a lot about this character. I don't know how many Joe units or soldiers he had to kill to get these. There's the right arm here. Not sure what happened to his own arm. Probably blew it up himself out of his recklessness. You can swivel this shoulder pad, and he is articulated. Limited articulation on the right arm. I don't want to force it. I might just end up snapping this part of the figure. The left arm has a bit of a free range motion, better than the right one. Articulated on the elbows. Nice. If only I had a small cigar for an accessory. wrist articulation. Waist is articulated. He can bend like that. Limited articulation on the ab crunch because of his a portion of his armor articulated on the legs. Knees, double jointed. He can reach that far. It looks silly though. Let's keep it that way. Nice ankle rockers. Both legs, both feet. Front, back. Now let's take a look at his accessories. Let's start off with his helmet. I like to call this his owl helmet because, I don't know, it reminds me of an owl, the head of an owl. And you can fit that right on his head. Here's his backpack.
Backpack.
And he has 2 rockets that you can also fit on these partitions. He has 2 guns. One is a blaster that is, I think, a homage to his classic weapon from the 80s toy. And there is a small peg on the side that you can use to stick it in this hole right here on his backpack for storage. And the backpack itself, you can peg it on his back. I'm not really a fan of how these backpacks were made. It most of the time it does usually fall off the figure, but that's how it looks. And this is his 6-shooter, or I don't know, looks like a Magnum, a modern type of 6-shooter here. Kind of reminds me of a Nerf gun. And one thing I love about this is, yes, there is weapon storage. He has a holster, a drop leg holster, and you can store it right there. I really love it when these toy companies produce action figures with sidearms and have fully functional holsters. I don't know, but I really have a thing for action figures with holsters on them. And the detail on this holster or on his belt, he has these cylindrical canisters, or I'm not sure what you call them, like magazines for his Magnum here. And one thing I also wanted to point out is that these rockets, they can actually plug it in the muzzle of his blaster to look like that. It's kind of silly looking, but I guess that's how it works. So that sums it all up for today's review. I highly recommend that you get yourselves a copy of this figure. It's a mighty fine addition to your growing classified series collection. And if you're also a fan of the series and the character himself. Before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to some friends: Bernard Mabilangan, Yel Marcelo, Archie Yap, and Dave Velasco. Well, that's about all the time we've got for today. Thank you so much for watching this short review. Apologies for a lot of informalities and slip-ups. And I know you guys can also hear a lot of chirping in the background because my dad also has his own personal collection of lovebirds and finches. Our channel is still a work in progress, and I know that there's still a lot of work to be done, but I promise you guys that we will provide more quality videos and content in the coming days. So, thoughts, negative or positive reactions, do sound off in the comments below. And if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It would definitely mean a lot to us. Thank you so much again, guys, and I'll see you in our next post. Later days.
Blasted Joes. Nobody gets to f with the Major and gets away with it.
Stop it. Get some help.